Hello, Riskies. Welcome to the Two Riskiii Show. This is episode one. We're about to have an amazing ride. The Two Riskiii Show is tailored to individuals who have the innate desire to take risks but don't know how. We'll be interacting with corporate, non corporate professionals who have the knowledge, the skill, and the know how and want to put us on game. If you've ever thought about starting your own business or even doing something for yourself, your thought just got exposed to reality. This is home for risk takers. Today, we'll be talking about mental shift. We have here an amazing guest. He's a father, a serial investor, and also a soldier in the best army in the world, 82nd Airborne Division. See, we don't play, right? When it comes to that, I'm not playing around. I know you're going to enjoy it. Welcome to the Two Riskiii Show.
Thank you, brother.
The people want to know who you are.
Right. I'm Kwabina Nipa Adarkwah. Mostly people call me Kobe or Nipa.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen. I've heard a lot about you, so I'm super excited to have you here. In everybody's life, at some point, you get to a point where you realize that you have to make a change in order to get to the next level. People call it a turning point. Others call it the mental shift. So we'll be talking about the mental shift, right? What caused you, or what happened in your life that you said, enough is enough. I need a mental shift. I need to change things.
What made me decide to have a mental shift was, wanting more for myself, first of all. And then meeting a man back in college. I used to coach soccer, high school soccer and middle school soccer. And one of the parents was volunteering, coaching with me. So he had his own business. Mr. Turner, I remember him pretty well. Had his own business. This guy, like, you see me, you didn't think he was who I thought he was, you know. So he invited me to his house one time, and I was surprised, like the kind of house that I walked into. Yeah, I was surprised, and I sat down with him and started talking to him. I said, "Yeah, what I didn't tell you is I have my own construction companies." He was a businessman with just high school diploma, you know, and me being a college graduate, I was like, no, I got to do better. I need to do better.
Wow. So it's just one network that you met, and then what you saw challenged you. So we're not saying education is not good. He's saying that with or without education, you still can do better. And he got his mentorship just meeting someone, a network a connection that he had, and that's it for him. And this made me think that whatever environment that you're in, the closest things to you can be your greatest motivation. You know, sometimes you know people on the surface, but you have to get to know people more to know what they're doing, and that can inspire you. So after you left his house and you decided that no, man, I can do better. Like I can move to the next level. What steps did you take to actually start putting this whole feelings and emotions into work?
So this story that I just said, it was back in 2008. I was getting ready to graduate. I think I was in my last semester to graduate from college as a pilot. So, and during that time, the economy was so bad, so I couldn't get a job as a pilot. So, my backup plan, and that's what I'm doing right now. So, my backup plan was to join the army, and I joined the army to get whatever I was trying to get,
Yeah.
so I can set myself up. You know, so that's the steps that I took to get to where I am right now. So I use the army, United States Army, as a stepping stone, you know, to get.
Wow. So you're still in the army, right?
Yes, I'm still in the army.
And this is one thing that Riskiis you will learn. You might have a target. Sometimes it's not a straight shot. You have to go take different turns to get to your main goal. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because most of us don't have the fans right away lying down somewhere where you can just go and say,
Right.
I have the money, I'm going to do it. So you need to start from somewhere and then keep your eyes laser focused on your goal and your visions, and then you get to it. When you started, having the idea that mental shift is the most important thing that you had, did you encounter like issues in your communities or close friends or people about you starting to change the way you think, starting to change your mind?
Yeah. So when I decided to do whatever I'm doing now, right, changing my mind and stuff. One thing you gotta remember, when you're changing, there are people that have known you for years, right? So when they seen a change in you, most people wouldn't like it, right? So I remember my family telling me, "Yo," I didn't tell them that reason why I was joining the army, but I had my reason, you know. Oh, the army, everybody did, you know. We have this stigma that when you join the army, you will be dying. So, oh, don't join the army. I remember my mom calling me, crying on the phone. Don't join the army. Why do you want to join the army? But 11 years later, I'm sitting here. So, yeah.
I think death doesn't like you. So good though. Listen, hey man, and he's not saying that they necessarily hated him. It's just that sometimes when people are so caring and concerned about you, when you're taking steps, they think different about it
Yeah,
because
they
they
get
care
your
about
ideas,
you.
yeah.
They don't
They get
necessarily
you, yeah.
hate him, but they just want the best for him. But he knew what was also good for him, so he took his steps, which is amazing. I know you're very focused, you're a risk taker, and this podcast is all about taking risks.
Yes.
Too Risky Show is about podcasts are all about taking risks. So anybody that's sitting on this warm, cold, lukewarm seat is a risk taker, and I respect that about you. What other ventures are you in?
So I'm into real estate, and I'm into the trucking business right now. That's two of my major things. I'm into small things like investing in whatever. I mean, you can give an idea, get an idea, and be like, hey, I need some investors. If I think
It's worth
it's
it.
it's worth it, yeah, I will give you money to start that.
Man, my dude out here, he doing it. He's doing it. He's on the come up. So don't be surprised if in the near future you see him out there doing it. You saw him here first, right?
Hopefully.
On the Too Risky Show. It's gonna happen. Most def. People that come here are just destined for greatness. So I believe that strongly. I've heard that you like soccer. I've heard about it. I think I'm the best soccer player in the world. Listen, I play soccer in my head only. What hobbies do you have apart from like doing business and stuff?
I love playing soccer, like you said. I love lifting weights. My favorite thing to do is spending time with my daughter. Yeah, so
That's beautiful, man. For us who are yet to have, we'll wait soon though. Man, listen, it's beautiful. I honestly, one of the things that I love the most is seeing my nieces and my nephews, like grow.
Yeah.
When they call you and they talk to you, it's just the vibe and the feeling is different. So I appreciate that. A lot of men, will not boldly say what you just said. When you got to a point where you knew you've actually made that mental shift, right? How were you able to sustain it? And I'm asking this question because there are times where you make the mental shift, but as things get difficult, disappointments, and things don't go well, you start to lose that ability.
Yeah.
How were you able to sustain your mental shift?
I mean, keeping my eyes on the prize. Like I know my end state. I'm not even nowhere close to where I want to get to yet, but I know where I want to get to. Consistency. Slow motion is better than no motion. So yeah, you just gotta keep stepping.
Riskiii, he says slow motion is better than no motion, man. Listen, if you don't like taking risk, that way. But if you like taking risk, this is home, right? So it doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you're taking steps and making moves. That's the best thing that you can ever do. So Riskii's out there. Click on the subscription button. Click on the notification button as well. Subscribe, and then just follow my social media handles at 2RISKIII, 3 I's, Too Risky, everywhere. Have you ever thought about the next generation and the world that we live in now, where everything is microwavable? Like the sauces has to be quick. quick, quick, quick. We live in a country where you can be a millionaire in a heartbeat, but doing whatever. What about those people that can't do those things? Like, how are they able to psych their mind to know that, hey, I can't be like that dude that just did that and got a million. I have to, like, keep hustling. What would you tell those young men and women out there?
I mean, if you can't force somebody to do something they don't want to do.
Mhm.
So you got to be hungry. You got to want better for yourself. You can't live a mediocre life, right? So, and the best thing about this age, right? And we have technology. You have people that are teaching all this stuff. Like right now, we're talking about all this stuff, right? So you have people. You go on any YouTube channel, whatever you're trying to do, you can go on Google, search for it. You'll find somebody that is already doing what you're trying to do. Just learn something from them. You don't even have to pay nothing. Learn something from them. We're doing that right now on our Too Risky show right now. Learn something from them.
You
And
heard?
you can get wherever you want to get to. You just got to be hungry.
Hey man, lions feed. Man, you gotta go hunting. That's the only way that you can feed your family. You gotta go hunting, and you gotta go hunting, hunt for your ideas, and then when you find them, work on it, and then make sure that you bring the spoils back home and you share it. That's what the Two Whiskey Show is all about. The podcast is all about sharing ideas, the spoils. When you go hunting, whatever you get, we share it so everybody can feed on it and then build their own wealth and sustain it. This show is for minorities, it's for immigrants, it's for any and everybody that want to get to the next level, that want to change their life. So you're always welcome. Subscribe, click the notification button, follow my social media handles at 2RISKIII. Listen, we are here to help you and for you to help us. We are all learning. So the world is very open. Let's keep on taking risk, calculated and non calculated risk, anyways. Thank you for staying with us. This is the first episode of the Too Risky Show. I'm excited that you were tuned in. Bro, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having
The
me.
knowledge that you
Thanks
put
for
us
having me.
on, not easy. And I know we're going to have you again to come on. And then, I know there are a lot of things that you do that we can dive deep into it. And then we can have more interactions about it. So
Okay.
you are our first guest, and that is epic for me because we'll be keep on following you and see how far you go with this.
Okay.
And man, it's what it is, man. We've come to the end of it, but listen, we will definitely have him again, and we'll definitely continue to learn from great people like you. So man, thank you for coming. And Riskiis, thank you for listening and also watching the podcast. We'll come back with episode 2. Just be on the lookout, and thank you for staying with us. If you like taking risk, this is home. If not, go anywhere else, right? It's only for risk takers.